Welcome back to the show. Really excited now to be joined by SMU defensive lineman Elijah Roberts. E-Rob, great to see you again. East-West Shrine Bowl, you're getting started on your professional career. What's the start of this week been like for you as you start to take those first steps into being a pro?
Yeah, man. First and foremost, great to see you guys. Of course, as always. Appreciate you guys for having me. And yeah, man, it's been a grind. I'd probably say this week here probably be like the longest week of like the whole entire process. I mean, obviously I haven't been through everything else yet, combine, pro day stuff, but honestly, training it's just training. It's not that bad. It's Monday through Saturday, getting up not too early, and then we get home every night by like 5 o'clock. So it's not that bad. Honestly, I'd probably say this week, with all the meetings, interviews, and stuff like that, is probably like the longest week I've had so far.
It's long days no matter what. Where are you training at right now, and how has that affected your performance today at the game?
Yeah, I'm training in Davie, Florida, Bommarito Performance Systems. Great training facility, man. There's great people there. Pete Bommarito is the guy that run it. He's crazy smart, and he's like really into just all the small things that you really don't really worry about when you're a college player, So I really appreciate them, and they've been helping me out, man. And I had a, somewhat decent day today, so hopefully I can keep building on that.
It was fun watching you today for sure. I thought you looked really explosive out there. Can you talk a little bit about your journey from Miami? You come over to SMU, you're an instant impact player, but it wasn't always like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man, being at Miami, Billy probably knows the whole story. Man, I was there 3 years. Really just didn't get the chance to play. Obviously I played every year, but it's just my role never really got bigger. It was like 3 years in the same exact role, and it was more of like, how can I get more? Like how can I do more? Especially going into my third year, I really felt like I was working so much in the off seasons that like I had gotten better. But then it was like every time season rolled around, it's like, damn, like did I really get better? Because it's like I'm not playing, I'm not beating or so-called beating out the other guys. So it's like it was tough. It definitely took a lot on me mentally. But then when Rhett and the guys came over, and then I came over a year after, man, it was just like a breath of fresh air, man. It kind of just reinstilled that confidence. Everybody, especially like today, people always ask like, what was the reason for your success at SMU? And kind of how come I didn't have it at Miami, or what was the big difference? Like, what was the biggest difference, or something like that? They'll ask me between me or whatever. So I just tell them like, it's confidence, man. Like Coach Tibbs, Coach Simons, Coach Rhett, like they really like instill confidence into me, to where it was like, man, like who cares if I go out here and mess up right now? Like I'm the guy, like I'm gonna be out here the rest of the game, So it was just having that like instilled back into me, like it literally just made my game take off.
Talked with Garen Justice a little bit. He was telling me about how you were unblockable on scout team, and so when you hit the portal, they were like, "We got to have this guy. Nobody else knows about him." But can you talk a little bit about how you really capped off SMU's comeback to the national stage?
Man, I want to take, it's a team effort. Obviously, it's a lot of guys who had a lot of things to do with it. I'm talking about even guys like my guy Frank, man, equipment guy. So just even like it's a lot of people. Obviously, I mean, I was able to come in, be a leader on and off the field. I was able to help guys this past year, guys like Jared, Jafari, guys who came in a little later than us, and Brashad, who was just, just being able, because I was already here. And then I think after my first year, pretty sure we lost like a good amount of dudes with the E-Chats, the Jay Millies, Nelly P. So it was a lot of guys who were gone, and we just had like a whole new D-line last year. It was a completely new team, completely new defense almost, to a certain extent. So it was just trying to like be the one that guys can lean on. I was obviously voted team captain, defensive captain, so it was just more of just trying to like actually step into that role, not just have the title, but actually be that, like actually be a captain, actually help guys. Because I mean, I'm not perfect myself, obviously, but and that's why we got guys like the McGills, the Osbornes, the Kobe Wilsons, because it's like if I'm slacking, he can pick me up, and vice versa. So, and then if the team's slacking, as captains, we pick them up. And I think that's kind of why our team was just so good, man. Like so mature, had a very mature team. Like we didn't need extra motivation,
Things came together really well in 2023. Obviously, you have the AAC championship. You guys have that great return to the stage. But this year, being an ACC guy from the start for your career, what was that like? I mean, did you see that coming? Did you have an inkling that it was going to be that level?
Man, these past 2 years, man, it feel like a dream almost. Like one of those, like it happened so quick, but it was like so much happened in those 2 years, man. And from like you said, the AAC year, and then going into this year, like nobody really knew what was gonna, happen. Like obviously, you're hoping for the best. Like, we're not, you know, looking at the schedule and say, oh, we're going to lose to, you know, like any team.
Yeah.
But, you know, like just being realistic, like nobody thought that we were going to win as many games as we did. So it was just, and I don't think even some guys on the team probably thought that. So it was just, no, honestly, man.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
literally
just,
hasn't been done what you guys did.
You know what I'm saying?
So.
And then, especially back-to-back seasons, like we had 2 really good seasons, man. It was really 2 really like just a lot of winning, you know. And it's not easy to win, man. And just I think that's a testament to our coaches and what they've been doing. But yeah, man, this past year really felt like a dream, man. The way we were able to win, and then some games we were winning by a lot against really good teams, you know. So it's like, and then it's crazy, you know. It's a lot, man. There's a lot.
You left some big shoes to fill. Who's somebody that you could see next year sitting in your seat here at East West Shrine?
Man, I could see guys like Cameron Robinson for sure. I could see Isaiah Smith have another great year. He had a pretty good season last year. And then interior, man, I could see guys like Jonathan Jefferson, even guys like Blake, man. He should step up this year and have a good year, man. But definitely on the edges, I could definitely see Billy, Cam for sure, Isaiah for sure. Those are all guys who are going to have really big years.
Which graduating guys, seniors, do you think got snubbed from either East West Shrine or one of the other senior bowls?
Man, there's too many, man. Oh, man. I heard Jared say Jafar, so I'll probably let's go DB. Let's go McGill, man. McGill, Kobe Wilson, Ahmad. Man, there's so many guys, man. The B Cross. Like, there's so many guys who got snubbed, man, for sure.
Yeah, you guys were loaded. It was so fun to watch.
Nice, it was good.
And now that you are taking those steps into pro, what's it like talking with teams? You know, what's the feedback they're giving you? Do they see you as somebody that can move up and down the line like SMU did with you?
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of different teams who have different, views of me. Some teams like me as a stand-up guy. Some teams like me as an inside guy. And almost all of them like me as both, as a guy who could play outside first, second down, go inside third downs. Some, there's different fronts, there's 3-4 fronts and stuff like that. So some teams have me as a 5 technique / 4-eye in their defense. But honestly, man, I tell every scout I meet, I'm a football player. Like I could play football. Like I'm a very smart football player. And I'm a very physical football player. So I could do whatever you whatever you really need me to do. So I really don't mind.
The more you can do, the longer you'll be in this league, for sure. So with that being said, are there any guys in the league right now or even past players that are retired that you model your game after?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, being a bigger end, I definitely like to watch bigger guys, like a guy like a DeMarcus Lawrence, a Cameron Jordan, a Chris Jones, guys who are versatile but who are bigger dudes, So guys like that who play all up and down the line, for sure.
You've been a hell of a role model for SMU. So many people look up to you. You've been one of the best leaders that we've had in a long time. It's been awesome watching you, man.
Yeah, ditto on that. It's been a blast. Hey, from the beginning, it's been a lot of fun, and we'll keep it going. We're going to miss your folks around, too.
Yes,
We're going to miss you next year, for sure.
Yeah.
But,
all right.
Man, I'll come out to a game or two,
awesome.
Especially that Miami game, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Everybody's, exactly. Cool.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for doing this, Elijah.